Morning.
What a wonderful day. Sun shining, good weather. Welcome to your Albuquerque BioPark. It's a great sunny day in August, and we're here to celebrate the opening of our new playground. The BioPark is made up of the aquarium, the botanic garden, Tingley Beach, and here, your zoo. And it opened in 1927, so this year is going to be how old? 90 years old. How about that? And your BioPark looks great, doesn't it? As you can see, the new play area is quite spectacular. If you look at the top there, we've got about 3 stories tall of play area. From up there, you can actually look into Africa, look eye to eye with a giraffe. So kids, when you get up there, go ahead and take a chance and go ahead and look. We have a telescope up there. Take that telescope and look directly into the eyes of one of our giraffes. It's been a busy year around the BioPark with a number of exciting projects opening up. Updates to our jaguar exhibit. It gave them more space. We refreshed our tiger exhibit and allowed to bring in a Malayan tiger. We also made repairs to things that you might not notice every day, but we fixed our parking lots, and we've renewed our reptile building. And if you haven't checked that out yet, please do. It looks great. I hope that every time you come to the BioPark that you can see the transformations that are going on. The 2 biggest that are on the way are our otter exhibit over at the aquarium and our penguin exhibit here. And both, I'm very happy to say, are on time and on budget and on schedule to open up in 2018. We recently wrapped up our summer concert series, both our summer nights and zoo music. And those events, those concerts, they've been gaining in popularity. On average, we have about 1,200 people that'll come to a summer nights concert, and we have about 2,500 that'll come to a zoo music concert. But this year, we really overdid ourselves. Look at our friend here, Junebug. We really overdid ourselves with the amount of people that came and doubled our average at 2 of our concerts this year. Continuous improvement is what we do, and the BioPark has remained a top destination for tourists with over 1.2 million visitors per year. And this focused investment, this focused renewal, is due in a large part to our mayor. Thank you, sir. Under his leadership and partnership, with the BioPark Society and their executive director, Julie Miller-Rugg, we're growing, we're expanding, and we're building upon the state's most visited attraction. So a big welcome and thanks to the students here from East Mountain Schools. Where you at? Are they here? There they are. I know I saw kids playing around. As soon as we turned on the splash pad, they ran straight to it. And it's my honor and privilege to introduce Albuquerque's Mayor, Richard Berry.
Thanks, JT. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So I'm going to make this fast because I'm standing between kids and a playground, and that is not where you want to be as the mayor. I am so thrilled to be here, to see the faces, the parents, the grandparents. You bring the kiddos down here. It's a great opportunity for us to enjoy the place that we call home. And I'm also excited because I love the vibe at the BioPark. JT, you and your crew, Baird, everybody, all the dedicated employees that have been working down here for all these years to make this the #1 attraction in New Mexico, because it's worth coming to. It's a beautiful place. You can learn here. It's not just about entertainment, it's about science. It's about making sure that we are raising this next generation of stewards. And the best way to do that is to let them fall in love with this place. And to do that, we need to take care of it. And we have, as you know, the first master plan for the zoo since the 1970s. We have made a concerted effort to make sure that this place stays the #1 attraction. And a lot of that credit goes to the BioPark Society, Julie Miller-Rugg and her group here. They spearheaded the effort to have the investments made in the city of Albuquerque. through their GRT that they had overwhelming support for. We now have about $15 million in the bank from that GRT. 13 million of that has already been encumbered, which means that we are doing what we said we would do. You wanted to make an investment, we're making the investment. We have a long-term master plan, a 20-year plan, so that you know that those dollars are going to go to things worthwhile. Now, this particular park is actually part of our GEO bond. It's not part of that original GRT that was passed. This is about a $500,000 investment. But it's important because the old playground that we had, raise your hand if you came to the old playground. I did. I brought my son here when he was small. Yeah, there's a young man right there. He's been at the old playground. Well, that was actually designed to be indoors, and it was outdoors. So it took a lot of maintenance. In fact, we spent $50,000 to $75,000 a year just trying to make custom parts for that old playground to keep it safe for our kids to play on. So this brand new park that we have here is going to be great. It's also a local effort here. This has been put together by Extra Play, which is actually located, the company, you can drive out to Cedar Crest and you can see Extra Play out there. I think who we have from Extra Play here today? We have Dan Gardner. Where's Dan? Hey Dan, just give him a round. Gets to be up here, man. So this is Dan Gardner from Extra Play. He's the president and CEO. They do great things. Dan, thank you so much for all you do. And so it's very much a local effort. But we've also got a lot of people that made this happen. I see David Flores back there. David, you should be up here too. David is our senior landscape architect of the city of Albuquerque. And it's fun when you're the mayor because you get to work with a bunch of true believers. And David's done some award-winning projects throughout the city of Albuquerque, and this is no exception. So let's go ahead and we're going to have JT's going to introduce Dan, and then we're going to invite all the kids. So the kids that are here today, get ready because I want you to come up for the ribbon cutting when it's time to do that here in just a few minutes, all right? Doesn't matter if you're wet from playing in the splash pad, just come on up. But I want to thank a couple of people. Dana Feldman is our cultural services director. Dana is right here, another true believer. As I mentioned, JT Allen, you heard from him. He's our BioPark CEO. Our executive leadership group, I want to say thank you. Certainly to Julie Miller-Rug and the BioPark Society for their passion for this. Let's give them a big round. Matt Mulligan from HB Construction. Is Matt here? Yeah, there you are. HB is also doing the, you're doing penguins, yes? You're doing the penguin exhibit as well. So thanks for being ahead of schedule and on budget for that. And then Steve Pannell, ESA Construction owner and CEO, is here also. So these are the contractors that help us put that together. JT already brought you up to speed on some of the great new exhibits. By the time we walk out of office on December 1, we should have the penguin exhibit. The building should be complete, and then your next mayor is going to get to come down and populate that with some penguins. So we're excited. I think that penguin exhibit will actually, in and of itself, inside of the #1 attraction in New Mexico, will be the #1 attraction in the #1 attraction. And so that's going to be a significant and fantastic investment for us as a community. So I'm going to give it back to JT, and then we're going to get some of our young leaders out here, and we'll get the ribbon cut on this, and then we'll do some serious playtime. All right, JT.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Well, Mayor, thank you for your vision and support of the BioPark. Well, here at the BioPark, we are responsible for the well-being of our living collection, our animals, our plants, both aquatic, land, air, wherever they may play. But a huge part of our human well-being is play. And so next up is a man who knows a lot about play. It is Dan Gardner from our Extra Play, our contractors that put together this playground for us. Dan?
All right, thank you, JT and Mayor Barry. It is a total honor to be here. I've got 4 young children that grew up in Albuquerque, and it was always a wish of ours to have one of our playgrounds here. And so this is a major honor for us. So thank you for letting us be part of this special project. This year, with Landscape Structures, who's the manufacturer of this play equipment, one of our campaigns has been, how are we shaped by play? And I won't get into that, but I do just want to ask each of us just to think about that earliest moment that you had in your life where it had something to do with play. If it was out in the schoolyard, if it was in a playground. Mine was as a young kid in Canada where I had the chance to actually build a swing set with my dad, part of a community program that was in our community park. And it's amazing to me because we don't have to look too far that things have changed for kids with how kids are growing up nowadays with technology. But what's interesting and amazing to us and what we get to do every day is to actually watch how the power of play affects kids, and it brings communities, it creates relationships and friendships that are lasting. And so thank you for letting us be part of that with you guys. There's a few names that we just want to share. Doug Karp from our office was instrumental in this project. Doug is not a young cookie anymore, but he's full of play and understands his life has completely been shaped by play. But there's a few names that we just want to give credit to that really understand the vision of play. Rick Jensen, who I don't believe is with the organization anymore, but was instrumental back in 2016 when this started. JT Allen, Erica Renz, who's been mentioned here, Dana Feldman, Ray Johnson, and then also David Flores. But it is a huge honor. When I really do, I have the chance to actually, we sell our products in 6 different states. And I kid you not that every state that I'm in, every city that I visit with, Albuquerque is discussed as really the leader in understanding the vision of play. And this playground was not just designed as something just cool out of a catalog. There was a lot of thought and process that went into this. We really, when we design playgrounds, we want it to be a developmentally focused for kids as they're out there, that they're growing, that there's things for them to do from sensory to physical, emotional benefits, all of those types of things. So what's really neat about this structure that's unlike maybe some of the other structures you'll see, for one, we've got the tallest slide that we think in New Mexico that's from this 12-foot platform, which is really cool. The colors are also really interesting that you'll see. These are new colors that have, a lot of us have been hearing about heat and heat on playgrounds. So these are some of the coolest colors, especially on the slides that we have. But you'll also see the product that we call GFRC. It's a concrete reinforced fiberglass that creates a nature-inspired effect for kids. So when you come, you'll look at it and think it might be a real log or it might be a tree. A lot of sensory panels that are throughout this and very inclusive. So again, congratulations to the BioPark here and for everyone that was involved in this project. It's been a great honor for us. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Are you doing the Civic Plaza as well? I mentioned that.
So I want to tell you, for all the parents that are here and grandparents, Dan's also going to be doing the playground on Civic Plaza. So we've never had a playground per se on Civic Plaza. As part of the multi-million-dollar renovation, we're going to have an enormous splash pad down there where we're going to have lights that dance, or water that dances. You're going to be able to control that. I think we have a feature where you'll be able to control it with your iPhone, where you can actually control the fountain down there. So you'll have a place for the kids to run around. And then Dan will be designing a different style playground than this.
One of a kind.
What's it called?
It's a prickly pear.
It's a giant prickly pear well, we'll look forward to seeing that. I've seen the renderings of it. But anyway, it's great to have someone passionate about play. I was just, as you know, we're going to have the Senior Olympics coming to Albuquerque in 2019, the National Games. And we just had the New Mexico Games a couple of weeks ago. We went to the opening ceremonies, and I'll just end on this, and then we're going to invite the kids up. I have octogenarians out there playing basketball. I've got a woman who's 90 plus out there running. I've got people that are seniors. And their slogan is and I may mess it up just a little bit, but it basically says this: you don't stop playing because you get old because you stop playing. So I would invite the adults to come out as well.